Alright, today we're going to talk about the law of sines. You can see it right there. Sine alpha divided by A equals sine beta divided by B equals sine gamma divided by C. Now, here's what we'll do. We'll draw ourselves out a nice little triangle. If I can get the right thing. Now we'll draw ourselves out a nice little triangle. If I happen to label this first angle angle alpha, the side opposite that is going to be A. If I make this angle angle beta, the side opposite that is B. If I label this one as angle gamma, the side opposite that is going to be angle C. So you can see, the only thing the law of sines tells you is that if I take the sine of any angle divided by the side opposite that angle, it should equal the sine of any other angle divided by the side opposite that angle. Well, let's go back up here. Now, the reason some people have difficulty with the law of sines is because it can have 0, 1, or 2 different solutions. Let me show you how that works. Let's say I've got an angle here of, I don't know, 50 degrees, let's say. And I get a long side 14, and I'm given another side, say that's 5. Well, my little short side here at 5 is not long enough to come down and even hit the third side, so this is an example of one that has no solutions. Alright, I could be given another triangle, or at least parts of it. I could be given an angle, say 40 degrees. I have a side of length 3. I have another side here of length 4. And perhaps it comes down and hits the third side at exactly 1 point. So this one will have one solution. And there's an even trickier one. It goes like this. What if I am given an angle? Say, let's go 45 degrees. Given a side, a nice long side here, maybe length 8, and I'm given another side, length 6. It comes down and hits the third side at one place, but it might also hit the third side at a second place. So I'll actually have 2 triangles. The small one and the larger red one and the small black one. And this is an example of a triangle that when you solve it will have 2 solutions. Now by solutions, all I mean is that you're going to find me the 3 angles and the 3 sides. Now you'll be given 2 of the sides and 1 of the angles, so we just have to find the remaining ones. So here's an example. I have side A, side C, and angle alpha there. So let's draw this little puppy out. And I tell everybody that you're going to have to draw these triangles. There's nothing in here that you can do by hand without drawing out a triangle. So I'm going to draw this triangle. It may not be to scale, but I'll draw it out. So I'm going to make this angle alpha. That's 46 degrees. So the side opposite that has to be 13.5 units long. I'll make this angle up here beta, let's say. That'll make the side opposite that B, which I don't know, so I'll just label it B. I'll make this angle gamma. Means the side opposite that has to be C, which we know is to be 27.8 units long. Alright, so the law of sines tells me that if I take the sine of alpha, which is 46 degrees, divided by the length of that side opposite, 13.5, that should be equal to the sine of gamma divided by the length of the side opposite that, which is 27.8. Now why didn't I use sine of beta? Well, because I didn't know the length of side B. I have to know one of the 2. I'm going to solve this by cross multiplication. In order to find sine gamma, I'm just going to multiply sine of 46 times 27.8 and divide by 13.5. Now let me head over to another slide to give myself enough room. So I said sine of gamma is equal to 27.8 times the sine of 46 degrees divided by 13.5. When you pop all of that into your calculator, you're going to get this. You're going to get sine of gamma is equal to, well, about 1.350999563, somewhere in that range. If you're not getting that, check your calculator and make sure it's in degree mode. In order to find gamma, I'll just use the sine inverse, right? So I'll say gamma is equal to the sine inverse of 1.350999563. And if you do that in your calculator, you'll wind up with an error. You'll think you typed it in wrong, but you didn't. You'll get an error because, remember, sine can't be more than 1. Sine has to be between -1 and 1. So this is an example of a problem that has no solution. Okay. Let's move on to another example.